Dice, the true god of the world of D&D, and the indicator of life itself in Magic the Gathering. Many a life have been lost to these manual RNG math rocks, but in preparation for my next D&D campaign, how can I make this harder for myself? So according to the first search result on Google, we need safety equipment, mixing cups, stir sticks, pipettes, silicone for casting, the dice masters, a pressure pot. Wait, a pressure pot? I don't have a pressure pot. So after making a quick stop at Harbor Freight, we picked up one of these paint pressure pots. We're gonna convert this into a pressure pot suitable for resin. We're essentially going to take apart the head assembly, rearranging a couple of them into a one-way system so that we are filling the container and it's not going to leak any air. Remove a couple completely. Here we have our safety valve that we're going to be making sure is set properly on there, and we're good to go. Obviously, if we're going to be making some dice, we're going to need the dice itself, and a silicone mold making kit that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. A quick little wash on here is going to get rid of any of the dirt, and some blue tack is going to stick these down into the mold box that I have. A little bit of tape around the edges of the mold box is going to provide a dam that we can fill up past. Equal parts of part A and part B of the silicone, and then mixing those together. This is extremely satisfying to mix together. Then we just fill up our mold box up past the lip a little bit so we have something to grip onto, and it has a nice sized base, making sure that the dice are fully covered. And then into the pressure pot it goes at 40 psi overnight, just to make sure that it's fully cured. The next morning we're going to go ahead and release all of the pressure from the pressure pot. We can see that the first half of our mold is complete. We'll peel this out so that we can clean up the faces of the dice, and then make the second half of our two-part mold. Cutting a couple key registers just so that the cap fits on the way that it should. Now it is resin time, resin time, resin time. I got a pack of these resin dyes, again from Hobby Lobby, and we're just going to be using some Envirotex Light resin. This is the same kind of stuff that Ribinator uses. We're going to mix equal parts part A and part B. I mixed this until my forearms hurt, so it should hopefully be thoroughly mixed. I'm separating this out into 3 different parts so that we can get a few different colors on here. And on the first one, I'm thinking of doing a deep purple color. So we're going to mix in a little bit of this purple dye. Oh my gosh, that is just so satisfying. It also looks like a melted Jolly Rancher, which is not helping with how delicious this already looks. So we're going to be mixing in a little bit of the purple with a bit of midnight blue to hopefully get a very, very deep purple color. And for our second color, I'm thinking about doing kind of like a hot pink. So we can do half midnight purple and half hot pink. We're going for kind of a retro synthwave vibe with these dice. We're gonna mix in a little bit of pigment as well as the mica powders that I have, just so that we're getting as rich of a color as possible. For the third and final color, we're going to be doing a neon teal, which I think will complement the synthwave vibes the best. So we'll fill the mold halfway with the pink. And then the rest of the way with the midnight purple to give that kind of two-toned look. Then we can grab a pipette and fill up and inject some blue spots into the sides of the mold. Hopefully this will look like they're pink and purple with just little dots of blue. Then we're going to be putting it on some parchment paper into a little insert that my wife made for me. And then this goes into the pressure pot for 24 hours to finish curing. Oh my goodness. Look at those. Oh man, peeling off this top layer is also just so satisfying. Pop these out. Those little blue specks, oh, those turned out so nice. There's the full set. Still have some cleanup to go through. So we're going to be using some white ink to coat all of the numbers preemptively for the base coat. And then we'll be going in with some yellow, orange, and red to give it kind of a fire look to it. I have a glass pane and some Zona papers, and what we're going to be doing is polishing up the dice. The green is the roughest grit, and we'll just be moving our way up through each one of the grits until we finish them off. Look at how nice these look. I am so happy with how these are coming out. It's crazy that these were just a liquid not too long ago, and now they actually look like something I would buy at a store. To finish off the look on here, we're going to be doing a coat of yellow. That's going to be roughly 2/3 of the way down. And then we'll be doing a coat of orange. That's about halfway down. And then to finish it off, we'll be doing a coat of red so that it completes the gradient. Some isopropyl alcohol onto a napkin will help clean up the excess paint. And then these are ready to go. Thanks for joining me on another hobby that I can add to my collection. I hope you enjoyed, and it looks like we'll be moving on to the next.